Hi everyone, Lewis here. Still haven't changed my shitty ass intro, and today I'm going to bring you guys a video on DayZ news, H1Z1 news, and also a third game, which, as you'll see from the title, it just says hype. I'll talk about that a bit later on, but you know, it's coming up to Christmas. It's what, December the 12th now, I think, so less than 2 weeks until Christmas. I thought it's important to share with you guys the news on the two titles which you're more than likely going to be investing your money in the future. If you do follow my channel, you're probably into survival games. So I'm going to be talking about them a bit and explaining to you guys what is going on with them right now. The footage in the background is from DayZ Standalone, not an RP server, just a normal server. And my character is royally Shrek'd, but I managed to go around, hear some gunshots, shoot some people, shoot some zombies, and then get killed by a hacker in the end. So 10 out of 10 experience. And yeah, without further ado, let's talk about stuff. So although it's not following the way it's working in the title, I'm going to talk about H1Z1 first. If you guys seen this video, there'll be an annotation in the top right now. I uploaded it about a week ago, and by about a week ago, I mean 3 days ago. I just wanted to say about a week ago, so then everyone will leave about a week ago in the comments, as you always do, you dirty people. But yeah, so I uploaded that video, and that was talking about them announcing the release date on Monday, and since I didn't upload it on Monday, I didn't know what the release date was, and I'm sure a lot of you guys still don't know what the release date is, or maybe you don't care. But it has been officially announced now that the game is not going to be coming out this year. It's going to be coming out on January the 15th. But if you looked at the gameplay from that video, I think it still looks pretty good, and hasn't been a game really which has came out since the mod, although the mod isn't really a game, but you know, since then there's not really been a game which has really got a fuck ton of hype, like, and everyone's thought it was 10 out of 10. So I'm really hoping H1Z1 is that game. And along with that as well, in case you are still doubting, even after looking at the gameplay, we talked a bit about the features of the early access. If anyone remembers back to when Standalone first came out, I might be wrong on this, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I think there was 3 weapons in the game: a pistol, a Mosin, and an M4. So let's talk a bit about the features of H1Z1. I almost somehow messed that up. Early access. This is the features when the game first comes out on January the 15th, which is just 35 days away, by the way. So you know, if you've got a bit of money spare from Christmas, you might want to buy it. It's gonna be on Steam. The thing that I just said about the 3 weapons, I didn't say it for no reason. I said it because there's going to be 16 weapons in H1Z1 when it first comes out, which is, I think, pretty much as many as there is in Standalone right now. Not that a lot of weapons makes the game good, but it's always good to be there. On top of that, there's going to be 3 vehicles, which is more than Standalone. But again, numbers, it don't matter, but it's still cool that they're there. And the 3 weapons, or 3 vehicles even, which are going to be in, which have been confirmed, are the original truck, which you've already seen, a pickup truck, which you can shoot at the back of, which is awesome, and also a police car, which is very rare, and you can turn the sirens on. All the stuff which I'm going to be talking about here briefly is from the Q&A, which they had straight after they released the announce date, which I'll have a link to the VOD or something in the description below if you want to go look through that. There's a lot of cool stuff which has been announced. There's going to be 50 servers at launch, which is also something which we didn't know before. The map itself is going to be 8 kilometers by 8 kilometers, which to compare to something like Shannara's, that's around about 14 by 14, but keep in mind a lot of that is water and a lot of it is not used. So 8 by 8 is a good size. We also mentioned how as soon as the early access comes out, you can expect the map to be added upon. So it's not going to be something which is going to stay that size. We do planning on increasing the size. And also because of what was said about there being only 50 servers at launch, there's probably going to be more than, I don't know, let's just assume 100 slots per server. That'll be 5,000 people playing. There's probably going to be more than, you know, the amount of slots which you might find in Standalone. So there's probably going to be more than 100 people per server, I'd imagine. Otherwise, with only 50 servers, we're going to run into some problems. But I'm not sure about that. That's just a bit of speculation. But if the entire map is balanced out well, then I think over 100 players it's more than capable for the game, for the engine. And it is also a good amount. I think Standalone with 150 players on it or so will be really good if the entire map was used. But, you know, it is kind of a PvP fest right now, and it's also buggy in some ways. Early access is going to have the ability to barricade up doors, barricade up windows. There's a bunch of stuff. Just honestly, I'll also link the Reddit thread, which just gives you a TLDR of the entire Q&A. There's a lot of cool stuff which is going to be coming out in the early access. Like I said in my previous video as well, it's good that they did take the 6 months to add some more stuff into the game to make it unique and have more features than other games in the genre. That's good. So I'm not going to lie, I'm really hyped for that, and that is kind of a part of the hype in the title of this YouTube video, but like I said, I'll talk more about that later. That's not the only reason it says hype in the title. But also a lot of people have asked me, Lewis, are you going to buy H1Z1? And maybe I'm a bit of a dick, and I find the question really dumb, but, and I'm sure most of you guys will probably agree with me on this, hopefully at least. Yeah, of course I'm going to buy H1Z1. Even if it sucked, I'd still buy it and play it, you know? I will always make sure to make content on the newest and or the greatest and latest, I guess, in the genre. And I don't think H1Z1 is going to be a shit game at that as well. It's going to be good, if not amazing, but either way it'll still be good, and it'll definitely give you your money's worth. For $20 it's going to be launching for, although there will be a second package which will be $40, which has some extra stuff. But yeah, not going to go into every single thing which is covered in the Q&A, because you can go watch the video if you care enough, but you should be at least interested from the features I told you. But yeah, I'll be buying it, I'll be making videos on it, no surprise there. That's pretty much it for H1Z1 news, though, in case you missed out on any of that. Hopefully it is news to a lot of you. In terms of the DayZ news, which I want to talk about briefly, is two different things. The first thing I'm going to do is in chronological order, is Dean Hall is officially no longer involved in the development of DayZ. It was confirmed a long time ago. I made this video on the top right, talking about him stepping down, but he also mentioned that he might stay on for longer if he's needed. Honestly, it hasn't felt like he's really been there for a long time, so this isn't a big deal, and yeah, it is what it is. There wasn't any fancy announcement. He didn't even say anything until he said, you know, we're now taking in people for his new company, which is Rocketworks. So yeah, it's whatever. And I think Rocket doesn't want to be involved in DayZ anymore, and he's going to be making his own survival game. Or at least that was his plans. And the second piece of news, which honestly I've got no idea what the fuck it means, but take of it what you will. But Peter tweeted out this, saying we should put initial release version of DayZ early access to experimental branch for Xmas time. What do you think? I don't know what the fuck that means, but it sounds good. DayZ right now, I don't know still. I mean, you can see even in this video itself, there's quite a lot of bugs. Like I said, a cheater at the end, so it's still kind of whatever, but it works. So yeah, don't know what the initial release is really gonna mean, but I mean, it's gonna have more stuff in it, and hopefully a lot of bug fixes, because there's some bugs which have been in since the game was released 1 year ago now. It is almost, it would be on the 16th, yeah, and it's almost 16th now, so it's been out for almost 1 year, and there's some bugs which just need to be fixed, so I don't know. I'm curious as well, since I'm on the topic of DayZ and H1Z1, what do people think of them both? Is H1Z1 gonna be the next big thing in the genre? Because, I mean, looking at a feature list, assuming to follow through with everything, it sounds like it outdoes DayZ in many ways, but DayZ will always be deeper mechanic-wise, I think, and for a more hardcore audience, although I don't think it's really more skillful or anything, but yeah, tell me what you guys think about that. And the final thing which I want to talk about, off the topic of DayZ news and H1Z1 news, as exciting as it is, I want to talk about a new game which I am hyped up for. Lyric, a streamer some of you guys probably know, tweeted out saying it looks like a Forest Early Access all over again, and by that it means the trailer looks amazing, but is the game going to be bad? Not to say the Forest is bad, but the trailers looked a lot better than the final result, considering the game's been out for quite a while now and it's still super buggy and whatnot. But yeah, it looks really good. It looks like a forest, but instead of in a forest, it's on an island. Like, I don't know, that sounds like a pretty good idea to me. The game's called Stranded Deep, and I did look into it for a short amount of time. It's been in development for at least 2 years. I've seen this video, which you'll see after this one, which came out actually almost 2 years ago now. It came out in early 2013, and even that version looked functional. It was a raft, and there's sharks and stuff, and it looks really good, and you're probably wondering, when's it coming out? Well, I mean, the trailer just came out today, so it's going to be coming out in a long time, right? No, it's coming out in January 2015, which is also the same date as H1Z1's going to be, or the same month as H1Z1's coming out. Also, Survivor Nights is coming out in February 2015, which many of you guys have wondered what's going on with that. Well, also, that's coming out in February. So there's going to be a lot of really cool games next year in the genre which I like, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, I'll leave a link to a bunch of stuff in the description below. As per usual, feel free to tell me what you guys think of everything. I will definitely be making videos of H1Z1 on release. There's no way it's going to get pushed back after they've released an announced date, and considering it's 35 days away, yeah, that's not happening. So be excited for that, and be excited for Stranded Deep, and I guess Standalone, maybe be excited for. I don't really know what's going on with Standalone right now. There's still a lot of avid players of it, but I'm not really an avid player of it. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and all good stuff. And I'll see you guys next time. Hype!